Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they've got their hearts set on ringing in the new NBA season with a clean 1-0 record, and this is a team that believes they can do that. All the fine-tuning and changes of the offseason are what they hope will start to take shape starting tonight. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning this season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports Group.
Thunderstorms come with the territory here in the Sooner State. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. This, of course, their first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs. Last season, they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in the season series.
Yeah, two conference rivals. They'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. If they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with and it's Duncan in at the 5 down low. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to the tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
And as competitive as Durant is, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The free throw drops for Leonard.
And, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
Leonard hits them both.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Here's Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Parker with a clean look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Parker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. As Greg was talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
And Green gets it to go.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
It's Durant on the wing. Shoots from the block. No good off the back of the rim. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Parker drives in. Outside, Green. Duncan kicks to Leonard. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Feeds it to Durant. All alone. San Antonio with the rebound. Guy is a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success. Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Now, here is Ibaka. Here's Adams. Duncan with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. And Adams kicks to Roberson. From beyond the arc.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Greg, bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
Parker passes to Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size, Greg was talking about Clark. Those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, that's huge. Westbrook with it. Leonard picks him up. There's a screen. Durant against Green. It's Durant with the drive. That's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kev, I caught up with Coach Billy Donovan. He talked about the challenge of game planning for Tim Duncan. He said Timmy's one of the best to ever do it on the low block. We've just got to play the percentages, force him to his left, and force him to make tough, contested shots. Guys, even though Duncan isn't a deadly free throw shooter, he knows how to draw contact. They want to avoid getting baited into silly fouls. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Here is Durant, following the bucket by the Spurs. Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Parker outside. Duncan kicks to Parker. Pass to Aldridge. Ibaka with some nice D.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
It's hauled in by Adams.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And Durant, here we go. From 13 feet, it goes down. Durant's got 6. Spurs leading by 3. Parker with it. To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. Westbrook passes to Roberson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And he's the game. He's off on the first. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster. Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Tony Parker. Durant drawing the double team. Out to the right wing. Adams dishes to Westbrook. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer to this. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Cantor checked in for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson. Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Thunder trailing by 5. Now here's Waiters. The dish to Westbrook. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Duncan outside. Pass to Ginobili. Aldridge a screen. Ginobili kicks to Leonard. He dishes it to Duncan. Just 4 to shoot. And Aldridge slams it in.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And Westbrook.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he ripped it down.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And the Spurs with possession. Following the score by Oklahoma City. And that one's good. Parker.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Thunder trailing by 5. Outside Westbrook. High, arcing shot. Shot is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Duncan, the pass to Aldridge. Stolen by Waiters. Durant, wide open, he fires. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Durant's got 8 points.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Parker against Westbrook. Manu Ginobili on the way. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Duncan can't hit.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Dishes it to Parker. Here's Leonard. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the Thunder with some changes. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. San Antonio also making some changes. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Parker. The pass to Waiters. There's a good screen. And Augustine kicks to Singler. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low. Manu Ginobili is one of the toughest guys you'll ever meet. That goes not just for the NBA, but any sport. I mean, a true competitor in every sense of the word.
On the topic of Ginobili, he's the guy who, when things aren't going well for your team, takes things into his own hands. He takes over, tries to coordinate. His will to win is, as Greg Popovich will tell you, out of this world.
I mean, you know, he's not just physically tough, but as mentally tough as anybody, arguably, who's ever played the game. What a big-time performer and a big shot maker.
Here's Mills after Enes Kanter's basket. Passes to Mills for the three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Augustine. Mills with the steal. Nobody near Leonard. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Leonard's got 12.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
There's the screen. There's a screen by Kanter. Waiters gets a wide open look. David West grabs the miss.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Now here is Augustine. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Waiters dishes to Kanter. The baseline jumper goes down. Kanter's got his second basket of the night.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 12. Diaw inside. Working on Collison. And the basket by Diaw.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
Singler outside. The feed to Waiters. And here's Augustine. Wing shot on the way. It's rebounded by West. Spurs leading by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Ginobili outside. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Nice shot by Singler.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Stolen by Waiters. No good. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Spurs lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we're with Greg Popovich, and he talked about how he felt Tony Parker ranks among the league's best point guards. Pop breaking it down and telling it like it is as usual, Clark. You got to love having a guy like that as your coach.
Without question. I mean, you have no idea how huge that is for a player to get that kind of support and backing from his coach. Is Tony Parker a great all-star and champion? In my book, absolutely, without question. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich as his coach? I think even Tony would tell you, probably not.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
And it's been gang rebounded. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Boris Diaw. And it's Ginobili in at the small forward position. And for Manu Ginobili last season, not his best. Down in every measurable category since his rookie year. He's 37, myriad of injuries. You know, but Greg, there's still something so special about that player.
Yeah, I mean, so much of his game is about movement. And Kevin, after 13 full seasons, and factor in all of the international competition, you're going to have to start to show some wear and tear, and that's been the case for Manu.
Excellent point. He played 4 pro years overseas before the NBA. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 8 points for Ginobili.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Westbrook with a screen for Durant. Beyond the arc. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Duncan, the pass to Green. Kicks it to Parker. Here's Duncan. Connects with the leaner. And it's an 8-point San Antonio lead.
I mean, no one really near him, but still, he's able to knock down the off-balance shot.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Back to Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Adams. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Tim Duncan picks one up. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
They throw good, Adams.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
He doesn't get the second one.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And the shot is good. And now just a 3-point Spurs lead.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. It's tipped. Duncan dishes to Aldridge. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got the ball.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor. Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Thunder trailing by 3. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, you know, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Shoots from 12. The offensive rebound, Durant. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Check out the game for Durant. He's got 10 points and a block.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
The first free throw is good.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
Durant hits them both. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
Now here's Ginobili. 10 points for him. 4 on the clock. Parker kicks to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Roberson, guarded by Green. Feeds it to Durant. It's hauled in by Ginobili. San Antonio leading by 4. Parker passes to Green, lays it up and banks it in. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. And that one's good. Adams has got 5 now.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Duncan kicks to Aldridge. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here's Durant. 12 points for him. He kicks it to Westbrook. Hits the three-point bomb. 13 points in the game.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
It's Parker with the drive. And it's blocked by Adams. Here's Roberson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Kept alive.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Duncan throws it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Manu Ginobili. Thunder trailing by 5. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his first foul. Here's Roberson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Parker passes to Duncan. He feeds it to Green. That is good. Green's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Greg has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Durant. 12 points for him. Roberson dishes to Adams. 5 to shoot. Here's Westbrook. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Westbrook's got 15.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And Parker, here we go. And the rejection by Ibaka. Leonard kicks to Parker. Back to Leonard. Fades away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Then for the Spurs, Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. West comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Thunder trailing by 3. Now here is Augustine. Cantor with a screen on Leonard. Here's Augustine. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Now here is Augustine. Collison, the pass to Augustine. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. Great look, but off the mark.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And here's Leonard from 3. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead. Augustine
with it. Singler outside. Pass to Waiters. The dish to Cantor. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Collison. This one for three. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. He had a strong showing last season. 10th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiencies from three last year. I mean, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
From about 16, cannot hit. Great D that time from Green. San Antonio leading by 6. West dishes to Mills. Diaw against Cantor. And Diaw kicks to Mills. Back to Diaw. Clock at 6. Leonard against Collison. The shot from 20 feet away. Another miss by Leonard. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Augustine with it. Leonard picks him up. Waiters. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Outside, Green. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Nice shot by Singler. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And Kyle Singler, basically a three-point marksman. He really lost minutes after the trade to the Thunder last season. A second-round pick by Detroit a few years back. He's always averaged over 20 minutes a game. But with the Thunder, he was kind of banished to the end of the bench, and his play reflected that.
Now here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Leonard gets it to go.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Here's Augustine. It's a three-point game. There's 1:40 left in the first half of basketball. Raiders on the wing. Launches it. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. And talking about Kyle Singler last season, Greg, good point you made. You would have thought the trade to the Thunder would have given him more minutes. You know, Clark, they were looking for floor stretching options with Kevin Durant out.
Yeah, but so late in the season, he needed to learn all the schemes, get integrated with all the other players. Those are just a few reasons why he was rarely given the chance to make an impact.
Leonard against Augustine. To the middle. Collison against Diaw. Lets a floater go. Singler, no good. San Antonio's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Diaw kicks it to West. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Augustine after the basket by San Antonio. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. Jumps up. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Augustine passes to Cantor. 3 seconds left. West with the block. And he gets it back. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the replay center out in Secaucus delivering the footage. And guys, it sure looks like the shot left his hands just a moment too late.
Yeah, this one pretty clear cut. I don't think there's much question about it. He didn't get it off in time. I'm sure the officials are going to agree with that.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.
And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Spurs. They lead by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 21 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio? And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Leonard has been playing really well. He's got 21 points and 2 steals.
And we've all watched him just be an unstoppable force here tonight.
Well, nothing they've done on the defensive end has been able to slow him down. I mean, he's doing exactly what he wants to when he wants to do it.
Spurs leading by 6. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Durant in at the small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Adams outside. Green against Westbrook. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
And he sinks the second. Well, Greg, in the topic of Westbrook, no one's questioning his heart and his will. It was unbelievable what he did after Durant went down. But Clark, the truth is, it's hard to make the playoffs playing inefficient basketball.
No, I agree. I mean, there are certain guys who are catalysts and other guys who make things happen. And Iverson, Ginobili, Russell's old teammate, James Harden. Those guys make things happen, and you have to live with some of their inefficiency at times. Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
Green dishes to Aldridge. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Aldridge. And now a 9-point Spurs lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Adams. Pass to Roberson. outside Westbrook. Offensive rebound, Adams. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Here's Duncan. Shakes him. And that's 2 points on the layup. Duncan's got the lead up to 9 now for San Antonio. Getting back to Duncan's rebounding, he's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, he's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates you
well said.
out on the floor.
You're right. You're so right. Outside Leonard. Parker kicks to Duncan. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Westbrook, here we go. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Duncan, the pass to Green. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. He dishes it to Aldridge. Here's Leonard. And Durant sends it back. Knocked away. Here's Roberson. They set the pick. 4 on the shot clock. And here's Westbrook from the arc. No good. Excellent D there from Parker. San Antonio leading by 5. Leonard attacking. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Taking it to power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Timeout. Start it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Well, no way to argue it. Tim Duncan, Clark, has been a winner his whole career. He's sharp mentally, and he's got the great tenacity on the floor. Only the greats have those qualities.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think media members still underestimate his will to win. You don't do what he's done without a real laser-focused approach.
And Adams with the slam. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He was focused on their post play and was pleading with them to try to get the ball into the low post every trip down. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris. Leonard on the wing. Back to Parker. Duncan dishes to Ginobili. Parker, right side. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Well, talking about Parker and the Bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane, and once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
Thunder trailing by 4. Dishes it to Robertson. Westbrook drives in. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Durant for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game. And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
Here's Duncan. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Parker. Westbrook against Parker. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Parker passes to Duncan. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. In the third spot, the Spurs.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Oklahoma City trailer. Outside Westbrook. To tie. And the rejection by Leonard. 6 on the shot clock, but they'll get another chance. Here's Durant. Here's Ibaka. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really, all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
For the Thunder, Cantor checked in for Adams. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Roberson. And San Antonio with the change here, too. West is checked in. San Antonio's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. There's the pass to Leonard. Durant with the steal. The kick out to Westbrook. Screen by Ibaka. And it's Russell Westbrook with the 3. Now it's a 3-point Thunder lead. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
And the basket good. Westbrook's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floor.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And it comes off the front of the rim.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Here's Aldridge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
And good on the basket. Book it. And that's 15 points for Manu Ginobili.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Outside Durant, the 3. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 5 assists tonight.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Ginobili attacking. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Augustine dishes to Durant, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Cantor with a screen on Ginobili. From outside, off the mark. San Antonio leading by 3. Trying to find Mills, gets it to him. Spurs working the ball around now. And he gets it to go. Oklahoma City's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Durant. San Antonio with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Parker kicks to Mills. Here's Aldridge. And the 3 off target. The Thunder shooting an outstanding 55% from the field since the half. You know, their execution has been on point. Waiters passes to Cantor. It's Durant on the wing. Durant drawing the double team. Shot clock at 6. Uncovered. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Manu Ginobili on the wing, defended by Durant. Parker dishes to Mills. Back to Parker. Passes to Aldridge. And he banks in the layup. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now here is Augustine. There's a screen by Cantor. And Augustine kicks to Durant. From about 19 feet. Not enough on that one as it misses. Spurs leading by 5. To the paint. Here's Mills. Waiters grabs the miss.
Just tentative in the paint. Lacking a little bit of confidence. Allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
The Thunder have been shooting 50% of the line, 5 of 10.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
That's good from Durant. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both good from the line that time.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Now Parker. 9 points in the game so far. Down low. Out to West. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Durant. The shot no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game. Spurs lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. So here's Westbrook. On the floor for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. The ageless ones, Diaw and Duncan, are down low. And it's Mills in at the 1. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Russell Westbrook.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Adams, and that misses. That would have put him up. San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Leonard, that's for 2. Right through the cylinder that time, all net. Leonard's got 27.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here is Ibaka. Here's Adams. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Green with the ball. Singler covering. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The first free throw is good.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27. Had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
We knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose 1 game, and they're all the way back to 6.
Here's Singler, and it's all evened up.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
Here's Mills, following the basket by Kyle Singler. Duncan can't hit.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Adams, right side. Now the feed to Robertson. Ibaka with the screen on Green. 5 on the clock, and they take the lead. And the Thunder lead by 2.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Again, the miss by the Spurs.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the 4th, that would have been a big bucket for them.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Green with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Diaw can't hit. Thunder have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. There's the 3. And Russell Westbrook good for 3. Westbrook's got 16 points here in the second half.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Mills. No good again that time.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Now here's Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
So it's the Spurs now, following the score by Oklahoma City. And here's Green outside. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%, 5 for 9. Kicks it to Robertson. Westbrook a screen on Aldridge. Robertson the pass to Westbrook. From 13, the rebound by the Spurs.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be. And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately for me, I don't have it.
San Antonio making a switch here. Parker's checked in. There's the pick. Westbrook drives in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Westbrook has been great. He's got 33 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
You know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
The first one falls.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the 3rd fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
Clock is at 3. Here's Leonard, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's Adams. Good D by Parker. Left side, Leonard. Lots of room. And right on target. Good. Leonard's got 33. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Inside, here's Westbrook, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his pass.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And Singler kicks to Ibaka. It's Westbrook with the drive. Rebound, San Antonio. Leonard, no luck.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And Aldridge slams it in.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
For the Thunder, Enes Kanter comes in for Adams. And Durant subbed in for Singler. And San Antonio also making a switch. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
Spurs trail by 6. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Aldridge kicks to Ginobili. Shot clock at 6. From 11 feet away, it's Ginobili on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. 21 points for Manu Ginobili.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
Here's Leonard, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
The Thunder shooting straight 49% from the field. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And so last year, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
And he makes the first. Last year, a big challenge for Tony Parker. He was in his 14th season, obviously. Every great player needs to transform his game as he gets on in age, Clark. We've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
Ginobili, that's good.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Outside Westbrook. Feeds to Robertson. Westbrook a screen on Ginobili. That shot wide open. 26 points for Kevin Durant.
You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Well, let's see.
He kicks it to Westbrook. Here's Ibaka. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Ginobili kicks to Leonard. And Durant sends it back. And here's Westbrook. Outside Durant. Knocked loose and stolen by Aldridge. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. And Leonard gets it to go.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. The Thunder leading by 5. Here's Roberson. Westbrook kicks to Durant. It's stolen by Duncan. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Baseline try. Kawhi Leonard again. Leonard's got 39.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Durant against Leonard. And Durant, here we go. Here's Cantor. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Duncan.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Leonard's got 43 points.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Cantor with a screen on Parker. Double team on Westbrook. Here's Cantor. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. San Antonio's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Parker dishes to Duncan. And he dunks it down. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
So tough to stop Westbrook right now.
And the Spurs with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Double team on Parker. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. It's in!
Just look at what Aldridge is doing.
43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Ibaka, 8 rebounds, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2. Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
They'd have loved to cut it to 1 there, but they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 12-3 run. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
That was a critical trip to the stripe. They have a 2-possession lead now.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 4. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know what? It isn't over yet. A quick score and a foul?
And perhaps a few missed free throws, and they're right back in it. So it all has to happen fast, but it could happen.
Down low, Cantor dishes to Durant. Outside Westbrook to the middle. It's stolen by Duncan. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Serge Ibaka. That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Thunder, Tony Parker. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
And here's Westbrook from the arc, and the miss. And so it's San Antonio with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
David, this was a game not for the faint of heart. How did you guys play through the physicality?
Yeah, you know, it's a bunch of smart guys in this locker room. Guys know time and place. We want to be aggressive, but also want to be smart with it. So, the game got a little chippy, but by that time, we had a good lead.
Congratulations, David. Kevin, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.